Hello class, Professor C here. We're going to work with Python lists and its matplotlib, also known as its graphing package or module. So if you come in here, I have a piece of code that's not too big, but the one thing you'll notice is we have the import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. This is a very long name, so I can use the as keyword to shorten it. So whenever I refer to this module and this particular piece of code, I can just refer to as PLT. I have a main function. As it drops down, it comes to here and then goes up here. So what happens is I create a list called the X coordinates and another list with Y. This represents the 12 months of the year. So if you remember, lists start with 0. So we start here, and because if I have 12 entries, we access them 0 through 11. Then we have the Y coordinates. So 0, which is the month of January's average temperature in Western Massachusetts, 19. The 1 represents the second entry of February, and that is February's average temperature. 11 being December, and this is the average temperature in Western Massachusetts. I'm going to run the script so you can see what the outcome looks like. The first time you run it, it will not run this quick because it has to actually load that module. So if you can never remember the XY, X goes this way, Y goes up. So X this way, Y to the sky. So what we do is we take the X coordinates and the Y coordinates and we call the matplotlib plot function, passing the X coordinates list and the Y. And the third parameter we pass is an S to the marker. And that means we want square marking points at the intersection of the X and Y. So you can see right here, month 0, which is January, has a average temperature of 19. So 0 to 19, and that's January's data, and this is December's. So once we plot that, we can put a title. So whatever string I have here, it shows up here. And then I can add an X label, months of the year go here, and the string average temp in Fahrenheit goes here on the side. Now this needs a little explanation, the axes limits. So notice on PLT, the X lim, we set a -1 to 12, and that corresponds with the 12 months. And then here we go from -1 to a max 90, and the reason I chose 90 at this point is because it looks like the highest temperature is in the month of August. And then, I believe it's August, yes. Okay, so then what we do is we go from 0 to 90, so these are your Y limitations, and these are your X. And the only other thing I need to show you here is if I didn't do this piece of code here, which is the X ticks, it would actually have 0 through 12 along the bottom. But most people don't know 0 would be January, 1 would be February, and so on. So right here I do a correlation. I say take 0 and substitute it with January. Take the value 1 and substitute with February. Take 11, which is the 12th entry in the list, and put December. This code, PLT grid true, puts the grid lines. PLT show shows it.